Hey everybody, welcome back to another lesson with 101 Guitar Lessons. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about something that has become an obsession for some reason over a lot of people online. They talk about, if you're good, then you shouldn't have to look at your fingers when you play, and how do you learn how to play without looking at your fingers? And I find a lot of emphasis is being put on that, and I don't think it's necessary right off the bat, but it definitely helps, especially if you're performing, to be able to engage with the audience rather than look at the instrument all the time. So we're going to talk about a few different strategies to get that to happen for you. Before we do, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's not just something I say, it's something that I really mean. I really appreciate your support by subscribing. If you like this content, you wouldn't want to miss the lessons that we put out every single week. So thank you so much. Let's get into it. All right. Now, when you're a beginner, you tend to look down at your left and right hand because you don't have that coordination between your two hands, right? I'll leave a link down below to a video that I have that will help you with exercises to get that coordination. Okay, so check that out in the description after the video is over, or maybe I'll link it at the end of the video. That's what I'll do. I'll put up a link at the end of the video. It'll be a card on the screen somewhere. But basically, you want to work on that coordination. It is okay. It is normal to be able to, look at your fingers in like a finger exercise and realize that, you have to look at both hands to make sure you're hitting the right string and your fingers are on the right string and the right fret, close to the fret with the right kind of action and everything. But notice that I don't have to do that very much. All right, I've done that a million times. I don't have to worry about it. Well, obviously, it comes with practice and repetition. But one of the ways that you can work on not looking at your hands, once you've got the basic coordination down, don't jump the gun, all right? Get the basic coordination down, get comfortable. But once you work on these exercises that I'll attach at the end of the video as a card, you should have the basic coordinations. Then it's just a matter of habit, okay? So one great way that I used to practice was with a mirror. If you could play in a mirror and watch your hands, not necessarily by looking down, if I'm playing an F minor pentatonic scale, then I'm gonna look at my hands in the mirror and practice physically looking out that way. Even though I can see the reflection, the mirror reflection, then I'll be able to get used to not looking down like this, because looking down like this is a whole other thing, and it becomes a habit for your body. So even when you're doing like string skipping or something like that, I'm purposely not looking at anything. All right, you'll get used to that kind of thing, and just stay in one area at a time. Eventually, you can then start to branch out into different positions, and not have to look at that as well, but one area at a time. Once you get comfortable with that, then branch out a little bit more, and use patterns that you're familiar with. So, number one strategy is one area at a time, look at a mirror, okay? After you're comfortable with that, the next level of progression would be not looking at all. So forget the mirror's gone. You can go ahead and, especially with chords and things, you want to be able to do that right off the bat. Once you've memorized the shapes in the mirror, you should be able to get that before scales, most likely. But scale sequences will come shortly after. After that, you can just close your eyes simply. What I used to do is go into a dark room and turn off all the lights so that my eyes would be open. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't find it. That's another level. You can put a blindfold, some people do. I don't know, that's taking it a little bit extreme. It's not that serious. But, just close your eyes, and if I'm playing, I don't know, like let's say A, okay? So I'm playing an A minor pentatonic scale, 5th position. Okay, then I'll keep my eyes closed and go ahead and play that. It took me a second to find it because I forgot I've been playing my examples in F, and I had to switch my brain to A for a second, so I was playing the A just to get the, oh yeah, we're in A. You can then get used to playing, if we're in 5th position. Sorry, I was playing some extra notes in there that aren't necessarily in just the minor pentatonic, some blues notes and chromatics, but you get the idea. So you eventually get to that point where you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and you can kind of play. Now, you'll notice even pros, if they're making a big leap on the guitar, they'll give themselves a quick look reference, because especially when you're performing, you don't want to screw that up. So you're playing in C, you know. See, right there, I didn't look, and I went down to B. But here, if I'm in C, I'm just making up a riff. Give myself a little reference point, you know, because you want to make sure that you hit that quick little reference. You're there, good. So don't expect perfection. It's just, you know, it's crazy, and it's not that important. As long as your head isn't buried in your guitar all the time, which I tend to do sometimes when I'm practicing. I find that I'll fall into this meditative sort of state if I'm working on very specific patterns or scales or arpeggios or something. I'll really just sort of get super immersed in it and almost visualize and memorize that and let that sort of seep in my brain. But when you're playing live, I understand the connection of not wanting to have to rely on this all the time, and that's cool. That's not a problem. So that's a strategy of doing it. Look in the mirror, turn off the lights, or just close your eyes. Work on it one pattern or one area at a time, and then slowly move into the next area that's right next to it. But in terms of large intervallic leaps, you can practice that. First with looking, and then without looking. You'll get used to kind of the feel, and your own instrument is going to feel different. You know, this guitar, I've got a bunch of different guitars, and each guitar feels a little bit different. They've got a different scale length, different size frets, so everything feels a little bit different. So you know, having a little visual cue every now and then is not such a big deal. Anyway, that's what I think. But those are some strategies to work on. I said I would link a video to coordination exercises and finger exercises. Here's a bunch of stuff that you can check out right there. And that's it for this lesson. Please remember to subscribe. I can't speak. Please subscribe. I appreciate the support, and it tells me that you actually enjoy the content. You're getting some value from it. So if you are, it's free. It takes 2 seconds. Boink, subscribed. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson. Take care.